Hi everybody. Today I want to talk about, is it different when you are decluttering over 50? What do you guys think? Is it different if you're decluttering under 50 of years of age or over 50? I have my opinions and I'm going to talk about it, but I'm also interested in your opinions on this topic. This is really important. Oops, things are flying out of my hand. Apparently I'm excited today. I hope you all are doing amazing. I hope you are doing great. Are you winning? Let me know. Say winning in the comments if you are winning, because we need to know. Okay? But this is our topic today. Is it different when you are decluttering over 50? And let me tell you why I'm asking this question, okay? I am running a Facebook ad to our book, Step by Step Decluttering. I'm running an ad to that book, and the ad very simply says, this book shows women over 50 how to declutter. And would you know, I'm getting all kinds of pushback on this ad. And people are mad at me. People are mad and they're complaining and they're all in a huff. So I thought we should talk about it, because that's what we like to do when we get criticism. We talk about it. And we don't pretend it doesn't exist, but we address it, because I think it's an important topic. And if we're trying to pretend that we're all alike and that everything is going to work for everybody, then I think we are sadly mistaken, and we're in for trouble. So that is the topic of today's video. And I want to see who we have on. I want to say hi to you all. How are you? I see Lynn. Hi, Lynn. Lynn is winning slowly. You know what, Lynn? I would say you're winning actually very quickly. I think you're wrong about that, but that's just me. There's Darlene. Hi, Darlene. Camera's winning. Latanya's here. Dana says winning. Yes, it's different because I'm thinking about my kids going through my clutter. Oh, that's such a good point. Yes, absolutely. Hi, Fran. Hi, Diana. Okay, so again, to recap, I'm getting a lot, depending, I'm getting some complaints and some hate. Like, people are hating on me because I'm saying that my book teaches women over 50 how to declutter. And they're like, what about, what if I'm only 48? Or what about the rest of us? And ironically, it seems like the people who are complaining are not over 50. So I'm like, I love you too. I'm not over 50, I'm 48. So, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong, but I'm just saying that things are different as you get older, right? I mean, am I wrong about this? I think that things are going to change. If you are 25 and you got a whole house full of stuff, I think you're probably going to address it a little bit differently than if you are 70 years old, right? I mean, call me crazy, but I think this is pretty obvious. And I'm not discriminating against people by saying it's different. I'm just saying it's different, and here's what we are going to do about it. Right? I think a lot of the time we get, this is not cool. A lot of times we get into trouble because we try to attack the problem as if we were 25 years old. Right? When I was 25, I could stay up all night long and I could just whip this house into shape. Well, can't really do that anymore. That does not work so well, right? That does not end well. Our bodies will let us know if we try to do that kind of thing. And so that doesn't work, and we can't do that. It used to work, right? It used to work, but not so much anymore. And in fact, if we try to behave like we are a couple decades younger, we may end up regretting it very seriously, right? Am I right about that? I just thought it was really funny that we got so much pushback on that. All right, same here, Dana. Joanne says winning in Indy, love it. Patty says it's easier for me because the kid is grown and out of the house. Oh, that's an interesting perspective. I like that one. That's so fun. Jeanette says it's different for me. Kim says, hi, I'm over 50, winning at 75. Oh, I love it, love it. Okay, so here are my thoughts, okay? Here are my thoughts. So first of all, of course, your body is going to be different. You are not going to behave, you're not going to have the same physical capacities. And maybe you're actually in better shape than you were, but maybe you're not. But you need to take that into account, right? You have different capabilities in terms of energy. Maybe you have more time than you did when you were 39 or 27 or whatever. Maybe you have more time, or maybe you have less time. But your body is certainly different. But I think it goes way deeper than that, right? Like way deeper. I think that those of you, and again, I'm almost there, but I got a couple more years. Those of you over 50, over 60, 70, we have people 75, we have 80, we have all kinds of ages in our group. And I know that those of you who are further on in age, you have experienced different things, right? You grew up with parents or grandparents who made it through the Depression, right? And so if that was your childhood growing up, then you're going to have a different worldview about the things that you keep in your home and how you handle them than somebody who did not have that, right? Of course you are. You probably had it drilled into your head that we don't just throw things away, right? That's wasteful. That's not how we do things. And that has a really big impact on the choices that you make today, okay? Really big. And, we may kind of think like, oh, it's not really that big a deal, but it totally is, right? Because you're gonna always hear that little voice in your head. Are you sure you wanna let that go? What if you need it, right? And it's not the same for someone who doesn't have that experience the way that you do, right? They may not have had the hard times. Another thing that's different is that there's just been more time for the things to accumulate in your house, right? Like if you have been living in the same house, or maybe you've moved over the years and you've been accumulating things for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, of course you're going to have more things piled up. Maybe you have inherited things from a loved one or more than one. Maybe you lost your parents and you have their things, or the aunts or the uncles or things like that. So you have had more opportunity to collect more things. And they mean different things for you than they would to someone who, who hasn't had that experience, who doesn't have those, that amount, that quantity of memories. It's totally different. And I think we should acknowledge that, right? We should notice that and work that into our plans. Because if we try to pretend like, it's just all the same and all you need is a checklist, here you go, here's your checklist, goodbye, right? Then you are going to have different obstacles than other people. And you're going to be like, well, it's working for this person over here, like the home edit, like it works for those people, they're amazing, like why can't I do that? Well, maybe that works for a different type of person. And maybe we should notice that and see, how do we want to make it work for us? Because it's a really big difference, right? It is different for some people, yeah. Oh, Margaret says, I'm more driven about it now because I feel my mortality and don't want to leave a mess for my siblings. I have no children, so really no one to inherit stuff. That is such a great point, right? We don't think about that. When you're 30, you're not really that worried about what's going to happen when you pass on, right? Like that's light years away. And so that's not on our radar screen. But as we grow older, of course it is. Of course it is. That is a really big motivator for a lot of people. They don't want to leave their things. They don't want to leave that burden to their loved ones. And that makes perfect sense, right? Absolutely. What else? Kathy says, I'm tired. Yes, it's all the other burdens, helping family for years and no energy left to care for my own place. Absolutely. At 25, we had 25 years less of clutter than when we were at 50. Haters gonna hate, says Dawn. That's right. Yeah, and some of them were being haters, and some of them were just like, hey, what about me? Like, come on. So, and again, if you are under 50, I love you too. You are welcome here. Absolutely, right? But we deal primarily with people who have had that lifetime of time pass to let the clutter accumulate. I don't know why it is that's those are the people that I primarily work with, but that seems to be what works out, and so that's where we focus. Okay, so what else? So many of you here today, so good. Latanya says, I'll be 51 on the 31st. Love it. My dad was a stockpiler. Yes, yeah, and there's all these obstacles, right? Like you may want to clean up your house. You may want to have that house that looks amazing, that feels good. You may want that so badly, but there's going to be all these obstacles in the way, right? Your body is going to say, no, you can't do that. or your brain is going to say, no, this is, like we love these things. These are, we can't let them go. So all of these obstacles pop up, and then we have to deal with them one at a time, right? We have to manage them. We have to overcome them. We can't just ignore them. We can't pretend they're not there, because when we do, then we typically end up getting ourselves into more trouble than before. So it's really important to just acknowledge what you are working with, and then make your plans in accordance with that. So much better than trying to do it, the way that maybe everybody else is doing it the way that, you've been trying and trying and trying, and you're like, I just got to try harder. No, no, if it's not working, don't try harder. If it's not working, figure out and try something different, right? And that's why we are different. That's why the Decluttering Club, and we have different methods than anybody else, because this is what works for us, right? And again, I'm not ever going to tell you to get rid of all your things. I don't think you have to. This is the good news. You do not have to get rid of the things that you love. Spend a little bit of time getting rid of the things that you don't love, but you have to be able to look at them first, right? You have to open your eyes and notice what is there, and that can be really, really hard. So that is where we focus, and it's not one size fits all. And I'm not going to tell you that that you can do it all in a weekend, because I don't think that's a thing, at least not for us, okay? All right, what else do we have here? So true. Kathy says, I want my husband on my team to simplify and let go now. Love it, yes. Amy says, so happy I have found this community. Oh, I'm so glad you found us too. Okay. Han says, when I was 10 years old, I planned for my future. Now I'm in my 40s and I plan for my siblings. Oh, I love that. So good. So good. So that is, that is the idea here. Now I want to let you guys know about a couple things we have coming up. So a bunch of you, lucky you, are involved in our 28-day reboot, and we love that, and you all are on fire, and it's unbelievable. So fun, so amazing. So if you're in 28-day reboot, keep up the good work. We're so happy for you. Others of you are in our membership, and you are also doing amazing work. We love, love, love the successes that have been happening in there. So much fun. I love it. Next month, February is coming up on Tuesday, I think, February 1st, next week. And so we start money in February. We're going to get organized with money. Money is a lot like clutter, right? Money, if you have closed your eyes to the clutter in your home, you may also have been kind of ignoring what's going on in the area of money. And so I love talking about money. Money doesn't solve all our problems, but it solves a lot of problems, right? And if you can solve the ones that you can solve with money, then you're just left with the rest of them. And then you can work through those. So we're dealing with money in February. Now, if you are not yet in our membership, I want you to keep your ears open, because we are opening up the membership again towards the middle of February. So if you have wanted to clear the clutter in a way that is manageable and sustainable, and that you don't lose all your progress, you're going to want to keep your eyes open so you can learn about the membership and join us mid-February and then on further. Okay, so we will have some announcements for you probably in about 10 days, and then we will open the doors to the membership mid-February, and then you can come in and join us there. All right, but that's just what I want to share with you. It's okay. It is okay that we are older, right? I'm so glad I'm not 29 anymore. So glad. I feel so different about life, and so it is a beautiful thing growing older. So let's embrace it and work with it instead of trying to fight against it. Because we could fight against it all we want, but we're kind of going to lose that battle. Right? So let's just embrace where we are and make the most of it, because it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to be exactly where you are. And I love it, and I hope you love it too, wherever you happen to be in life. And we will just move forward together. All right, so super short and sweet today. That's what I have for you. Go embrace your age. Realize it is different decluttering over 50. At least I think so. And we hope to see you in our membership very soon. All right, everyone, take care. I'll see you later.